Hey guys, Lisa here. So, let me give you a little update on what you could be experiencing if this resonates with you. So, if you've been listening to my messages, then you know I've been talking about possibly someone in an accident involving a motorcycle, some type of motorized vehicle, could be a car or a truck, specifically a truck or a motorcycle. Just yesterday, someone did tell me about an accident that did involve I'm not going to be specific about it, but it was we'll say, two-wheel motorized vehicle. It sounds like it was a bad accident. Now, I woke up this morning and let my dog out, and there were two cop cars and a sheriff's car with the lights on down the street, like a few houses down, the neighbors. And it was like 6 a.m. 2 days ago, I overheard two guys talking. They ran into each other. They were being really loud when they were talking, so it's not like I was really trying to listen. They were just basically broadcasting their information here, and they knew each other from being in prison or in some type of maybe a halfway house or some type of maybe an inpatient facility, but they were both talking about kind of being released from somewhere. And one guy said that he was in there for a while because he was charged with third-degree murder, and that they had evidence because things were on camera, so he couldn't get out of it, he said he couldn't talk his way out of it. They got him. They busted him. He was saying all these things. And they were asking each other, one was asking the other if he had any D-rugs. And let's see, what else? Oh, so this morning, before I saw the police, I pulled out from under a chair a little tiny race car. Now, I happen to be going to work today, and there will be race cars. That's very interesting, but it could just be a car that's very fast. And yesterday, so we're going to end on a positive note, okay? So yesterday, I overheard another woman. She was on the phone with a friend, and she was going on and on, very loud again. It's like I'm meant to hear these things because these people aren't whispering, they're not talking quietly, they're very loud. But she was just saying that she really needed some money. She was in a tight spot and didn't know how she was going to get through it. And, with divine timing and her faith, she woke up in the morning and there was money in her account that she had not expected. And she is the kind of person, she says, she helps all these people, but she feels very kind of let down, or it's kind of hard to find hope sometimes. That's when she leans into her faith, because she helps a lot of people, and then when she needs it, they're not there for her. Sound familiar? And but by the grace of, for her it was the divine. For some people, it's the universe or whatever. She woke up and she had, it sounds like, more than enough, more than what she needed, and she was heading out to buy some things, and she was able to go on some trip that she has planned over the weekend. I mean, it's just like, you'd think I was talking to like a friend of mine, but she's like really loud about this stuff. So, she just was in a great mood talking about how she'll always be, she's very blessed. She's thankful, all of that. So give gratitude for all the things that you have. All right, stay in a very grateful energy. Okay, even if you are going through some challenges, some adversity, you know, I saw this when I came down here, so I'm like, oh, that's a good sign, picture, the road. You don't know where it's leading, right? But look, there's light. There's light, okay? You're on the right path. Stay on it. Just be mindful of what's around you, who's around you. I would be very selective on who you share things with and what you share at this time. Well, always, but, maybe at this time, just because there are some people who are having to be held accountable, and they may not want to be, and it may have something to do with you, or it could be around you. And so one other thing, I wanted to end on a positive note, keep that all in mind, but I was sitting like in a bus shelter waiting for the bus, and I was sitting there reading a book, and another woman was sitting there reading a book. We both, I would say were like, we were both dressed nice, not like business, like, but, we both had dresses on, and we were both like put effort into our appearance and everything. And another woman, I didn't even notice her walking by. She had a tennis racket, but I didn't notice until she took the tennis racket and slammed it on the window of the bus stop, like very aggressively. So it made me look up because I didn't know like who's got this weapon. And she was looking right at us, like, and she looked, like she wasn't doing so great. I don't know if this was someone who's, like on a really hard times or something like that, but it almost seemed like our energy irritated her, and she wanted to make that known. And she looked at us, and then she just kept walking, swinging her tennis racket. So be mindful of the people around you. I want to say right now, if you use earbuds, headphones, anything like that, keep one ear open, okay? Keep one ear open, because like I said, I heard these messages because I was overhearing them. People were being very loud. If I would have had something in my ears, I would not have heard that stuff. And also the other lady who was reading the book next to me, I told her I wanted to give her a compliment. So I said, "You look really pretty." And then she looked up and she took one earbud out. I didn't even know she had those in. She took one out and she said, "Excuse me." And I said, "Oh, you look really pretty." And she said, "Thank you." So again, keep your ears open. All right. We'll see you next time.